Everest versus McClendon. To tell the truth and the penalty and perjury of the law.
So I promise to
Yes.
tell the truth.
I'm going to ask each of you some questions, and then we'll figure out what's going on. All right. All right. Starting with Mr. Patel. Mr. Patel, tell me, is this a written lease? Is this is over at the inn? If so,
No, there is no lease, Your Honor. This is the hotel. When someone come in, check in, they check in for day, sometime 2 days, sometimes somebody check in for week, and they just sign the registration card. It does say that I have read the hotel rules posted in
How
the
long have they
lobby.
been there?
Guys, we're diving into a heated courtroom clash where a hotel owner claims unpaid rent, but no official lease exists.
I've been here since January
Wait,
8th.
wait. I'm asking him first. I'll ask you as well. Hold tight. Mr. Patel, how long have they been there?
How long been me or
No, how long has Miss
yeah,
McClendon stayed at the
since January.
Okay. All right. And how much is weekly or monthly rent?
Is $414 per week.
Okay.
And we only do weekly. We don't accept or we don't have a monthly rate.
Okay. When is the last time you received any money from Miss McClendon?
It was, I would say, 21st August. That's the last time we received that, last up to August 28. And after that, CO from August 28.
Okay. So you're ultimately looking for September as well as now.
Yeah.
All right, you were 14 days in October and then 2 days from August. So
Right.
you're looking at 1 month, 16 days.
Yeah, so altogether it's $2,484.
You're looking for 6 weeks. Okay. Anything else? I didn't see anything else on the complaint.
Well, this is the hotel, and we have hotel rules, and we don't sign any lease. So that's about it. So, and this is almost more than 6 weeks now. So we just want her to be, back in the room.
Well, I guess let's figure out what's going on because you said she would have been due for the 28th of August. You filed this on the 6th. So let's talk to Miss McClendon and I'll come back to you, Miss
Okay,
McClendon.
sure.
So Miss McClendon, I just want to confirm, when did you start occupying this room?
January the 8th. Well, the first room that I was occupying, I started occupying that one on January the 8th, and I was there for 2 days. That was January the 8th on a Wednesday. It was 2 days before it snowed. Then that Friday, which was January the 10th, I moved into upstairs to this current room, which is room 147, which is an extended stay.
I got it. And how much is weekly rent?
In the beginning, at first it was the initial was $4.99, then it went down to $150, and for the past 3 months it's been $114 per month. I mean per week.
114?
$414 per week.
Okay. All right. And last time you made a payment?
That was August the 28th. When I attempted, and I have been having some issues with money not getting to me in time. When I attempted to pay the rent, the management office expressed to me that he would not accept my rent. I was late, that he would not accept my rent, and I did not understand why, because I had what I owed, and I had partial of the incoming week, which wasn't due at that particular time.
Okay. So
I received letters on my door stating that he would not take partial rent. I was not asking Mr. Patel to take partial rent. When I know that the rent was not due until Friday, I didn't even get an opportunity to even pay him on that Friday for both weeks. The week that I was behind.
Okay. So wait, slow down. Did you get a letter informing you what you needed to pay to resolve this dispute before he filed this complaint? You would have probably gotten that sometime after the 28th, but before the 6th.
I got several letters on my door. I got a couple letters on my door. One was it wasn't correct because it was stating that I owed on a Thursday, which was the 28th, but I was actually on the 29th of August.
Uh-huh.
That's when it was actually due. Oh, no, yeah, actually due for on Friday, September. He said, and then he said that if I don't have, he wanted all the money on by the 5th of that Friday, which is September the 5th, 2025, by 2 p.m. or vacate. When his management came up to the room on that Wednesday, that's when they put this on the door, which was September the 2nd, 2025. I was told that he was not going to accept my rent on September the
So hold
6th.
up, slow down. He filed this on the 6th. You're saying you got that on the 2nd. Are you disputing the amount that he was claimed owed in the letter?
Correct. The money that he was owed is correct, but I was told that by management and by Mark Johnson, someone that he hired, which is a previous employee and coworker of mine
Uh-huh.
from City Schools Educator.
Sure.
Mark contacted me on September the 6th at 2:27 p.m. stating that Mr. Patel will not accept my rent. And
On
he
what
just
day was
wanted to
this?
This was on September the 6th.
Yeah, well, that was after the 5th.
That was on my
Yeah,
phone.
that makes sense.
No,
Yeah.
no, was it? No, no. Hold up. No, it started before then. I know why it started.
Let me be honest with you, Miss McClendon. Seems like he sent you the letter. I don't know why people try to put their nose in the things that they're not dealing with, but if the letter says you got to pay by the 5th and you don't pay,
No, I attempted to pay.
when did you try to pay? When did you try to pay?
Because my check came on the 3rd.
No. When did you try to pay?
I tried to pay on the 3rd.
You tried to pay the
That's
whole
right.
balance?
I
Or
was trying
the
to
partial?
pay him on the 3rd. I said I have what I owe you, and I will have the rest of this incoming week. I had partial of it. I had more
No,
than
it
half
had to
of
be
it,
the whole thing that was demanded in the
but
letter.
that was due on the 5th. That was due on the 5th. He still wouldn't take it.
Okay.
It was refused on the 5th, which was on
Let
that
me
Friday.
ask you this. Let's ask you this. Do you have all the rent now?
I've been paying for actually been deposits and application fees to move. I was also told by Mr. Patel. I was also when being contacted by Mr. Johnson. I was told that Mr. Patel would pay me a sum of money to move and vacate his premises that was never received.
Okay, but he didn't have to pay you any money
No,
for
he didn't have to pay me anything. He said he wanted me off of his property, but all this took place after I had reported to Mr. Patel about the management being rude and disrespectful. I had one of the what is this? What do they do? The housekeeping came into my room and I'm standing here butt naked.
Mm.
I was also sexually assaulted by this gentleman. After I reported this to Mr. Patel, that's when all this started. All of a sudden, no longer would you accept my rent. You've been taking my rent. All this time, I have not had any problems. He has no problems with myself nor my children. In all these months. Now, after I make a complaint, now my rent is not going to be accepted. I never expressed that I was not going to pay Mr. Patel, and then on the the complaint from Mr. Patel, he has included Dr. Melvin Ratcliffe, which is the social worker from my son's school.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he's there.
I don't either. In the letter that I received from the court stating that with the new court date, his name was the first name. It was addressed to Mr. Ratcliffe, not myself. I had no problem with giving
hold tight. Mr. Patel,
Yes.
do you know why we included this other person who
Well, because the first time when, because, uh, it started with somebody else was paying her rent, Mr. McClendon rent. I mean, Miss
Well,
Jennifer's
that
rent.
was months ago.
Right. So because that was his name on the when they sign in, because she came with him and paid for 1 week. So that's why his name was there on the card. And then we realized that this person is only paid. So we filed the amendment right after I realized that
Yeah, that can
person is
affect.
not.
You gotta be better at that.
Yeah.
Because these have real consequence to people. You understand? Just throwing
No,
people's
no. I
names.
understand, sir. Yeah.
But Miss McClendon, it seems like they've done what they've supposed to do. I mean, unless you've got the monies of the 2484, that's without court costs. Do you have that money? Do you have
I was told
2480?
by Mr. I was told that he was not going to accept any money from me. He doesn't want any money from me. He
I
just wants
got
me
it,
off
Miss
of his property.
McClendon. So let me tell you the law. Let me tell you the law, because that's what I'm here to do. I'm not here to, I'm saying the law is if he sent you that letter right on the second,
Mhm.
and it tells you the amount, and you ultimately, I guess, are disputing the amount, and you don't pay that amount.
Disputing the amount, Your Honor.
Well, then you don't pay that full amount. If you're not disputing that amount, then and you try to pay it after the deadline, right? Which would have been the 5th. If you pay it,
It wasn't after the 5th when I tried to pay it.
you initially told me it was, you said the 3rd, but then you said it was going to be, you were saying he hadn't
I
come yet for the
received my
5th.
check on the 3rd. I was trying to pay it on the 3rd. It was a little, I got so much paper right here. It was before the 5th.
Okay, so how did you try to
before
pay him on the 3rd? Did you write him a check? Did you have certified money?
No, it was, I have a card they swipe.
Me,
I
I just want to let you know I did see your
if I pay in cash, I get a little card with a written receipt. If I pay by my card, they give me a printout of the little white receipt that you would get like in the grocery store.
The judge digs deeper, pressing both sides to stay factual. Mr. Patel admits a filing mistake that dragged an innocent person into the case, and the judge calls him out for sloppy paperwork.
Sometimes I pay cash, sometimes I pay
maybe
by
so let me do this. So it may be able to be resolved, but from what I've heard, it's going to be this. It is going to be an October 14th writ. It is going to be a money judgment for 2484. If you have that monies, that's fine. If you're trying to pay and you're disputing what they said, it's always good to have the money available for later, because obviously this might be part of the dispute. But obviously, you
That's not
things
part of the dispute, Honor. He did not want to take my money.
but
He
the
did not
let,
want to take my money. And the management office came here several times.
well, ma'am,
banging on
unless
the
you
door.
can pay the
They didn't want to take my money.
2484, listen to me. And I'm not going to let you, because I don't know why people like to speak over me.
I'm sorry.
My patience for it is like really waning. But it's going to be 2484 plus court costs, right on the 14th. And obviously, if you have an appeal, you can file in 7 days, but you will have to pay that amount of money into the court registry. And that'll be the order, okay? All right. Thank you. You guys are free to go, and you'll get a copy of it in your email.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. To tell the truth under penalty and perjury of the law?
Yes.
All right, so I'll ask a couple of questions of counsel, and then I'll ask you a couple of questions. No need to speak over, man. I'm going to give everybody an opportunity to speak. I really do.
Gotcha.
All right, so counsel, is this a written or oral lease?
Your Honor, it is a written lease.
All right, how much is monthly rent?
Monthly rent is $696 per month.
696. Any late fee?
I think there are late fees and stuff like that, but I don't think we're really asking for them.
Okay, and I see last time tenant paid rent?
The last time any money was received was a partial payment in August of 2025.
Okay, and do you know how much that partial was?
$165.
Okay, all right. So we're looking for September, and then 14 days. I know you're going to want to in standard, but 14 days in October.
That's right. Yeah, the balance of August, all of September, and then however many days of October.
All right, I got that. So let's talk to Mr. Fairley. Tell me, is this a written lease, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, and how much is monthly rent?
A monthly rent, as they said, the sum of exactly what he said. But usually it goes by week. I pay like 174 a week.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that all adds up on there.
Okay. And oops. And the last time you paid rent was in August?
Yes, sir. It was a partial payment.
Okay. And was that for that 165?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Beyond what's in your answer, is there anything else you'd like the court to know?
There was at the time my job, they did not pay me. They actually still haven't paid me my recent check, so I'm actually missing a check there, which is why I was sort of short on payments. Also I wasn't able to work for at least 3 weeks. My managers never gave me a reason why to or anything like that, which is the reason why I recently just started working about almost a month ago. So I was just trying to save up as much as I can just so I could get this bill just taken care of. But as of right now, the bill is still occurring, so it really doesn't help my situation. So right now, I'm just asking for more time, just to see if I could get this bill paid because I just want to get this thing all sorted out.
I got it. So let
Gotcha.
me tell you, I can only give you 7 days as a matter of law. Now, as far as the monies are concerned, what I've totaled out is $1,551.80, and that does not include court costs will be added to that, but that's how much the judgment will be. And you'd have until the 14th. Any other agreement that you may make would have to be made with the landlord independently, but this will be the judgment. So that'll be the time that you have. I'm obligated to tell you got 7 days to appeal, but it'll be that 1551.80, and then a writ of possession on October 14th, 2025 at 11:59 p.m. And so I can get you a copy of that order, and that would be what I can do in lieu of what you've told the court today.
Okay, I couldn't get any more time than the 7 days, sir?
I'm not legally obligated, but I'll be honest with you. There've been people who've been seriously in the hospital, and I can't give them no more time than that as a matter of law.
Okay.
All right, but maybe they'll work something out with you. I can't guarantee it, but keep trying for it. But I'm gonna get this filed. You'll get a copy, and you're free to go. Okay.
All right. Thank you, sir.
No worries. Thank you, Attorney Pugh.
Yep, thank you, Your Honor. And that's all I have. May I be excused?
No, you're excused as well. Thank you. What are those terms?
Judge, we are doing a consent pay and stay.
Mhm.
Miss Nash is going to pay $18,940.04, and that includes November rent on or before November the 3rd.
If she does not pay, what is going to be the?
Then we'll be entitled to a writ of possession, and the monetary judgment will be $16,764.04.
$16,700.04.
Yes, sir. Yes, Judge.
All right. All right, Ms. Nash, you've entered a consent pay and stay agreement where you'll be required to pay $18,940.04, which includes November rent on or before November 3rd, 2025. If you fail to pay that, you'll have an immediate writ of possession as well as a money judgment of $16,704. Are these the terms that you've agreed to?
Yes.
All right. Well, then I'll get a proposed order, and I will sign it and get a copy over to you.
All right.
Thank you. All right. You're free to go.
Thank you.
Is this a written lease or a lease?
It's a written lease, Your Honor. I'm not sure what you'll be able to do legally, but the person who answered is not the tenant.
Yeah, I see a Shasta Moon answered.
Yes, and since she has taken over the unit, there's rumor that Mr. Times was arrested, but since she has taken over the unit, there's been 2 shootings related to the unit. The tenants in the adjoining units are scared, their children are scared, and at this stage, we are seeking an immediate writ, if that's possible. If not, we're seeking 7 days to vacate and a money judgment for what is owed for September and 14 days in October. But it's
Well, if you don't have any
the incident
lease,
there.
you don't have any lease with this person. I understand they answered. But if you've got a written lease and then you don't actually have a lease with it, or did you guys start accepting rent from this person, or?
No, Your Honor, we don't know who this person is. We have no idea who this person is.
Okay. Well, then what I can do, of course I mean, they did timely answer, but they're not here. In most cases, I do give the 7 days just by virtue of what's going on. So I'll give the 7. That one's what we paid for. But this person obviously is not here. And so I'll give them the 7 days and you guys can get them out. If you feel as if, I mean, you're saying there's a matter of safety, is what you're saying. The shooting's actually coming from their unit?
Yeah, there was a shooting involved in that unit. Mr. Times, we're not sure where he is, if he's hiding. We don't know what's going on with him.
Oh.
The police officer.
I mean, in that case, if this person's not here, they didn't show, you've got other criminal issues going on. I'll give the written stanter, and it'll be a default, but there'll be no money though.
Okay, Your Honor, thank you. We really appreciate that.
No problem. All right, well, then you're free to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
No problem. I'm going to first start with Amber's matter, and that consent agreement says the parties agree that the plaintiff is entitled to a writ of possession and judgment against defendant in the amount of $5,777. The tenant agrees to remain on premises and pay the total amount of $5,777 by no later than 5 p.m. on October 21st, 2025. Tenant shall make the payment to landlord via certified funds. Failure by tenant to make the reference payment shall require tenant to vacate premises no later than 11:59 p.m. on October 21st, 2025. And landlord shall be entitled to a writ of possession on October 26, 2025. Further, landlord shall be entitled to a judgment in the amount of $57.77 less than the amounts paid. Are these the terms that the parties have agreed to?
Yes.
All right. Give me 1 second to put the signature on this one. All right, now dealing with the matter with Embrea Holds. That matter states the parties agree that the plaintiff is entitled to a writ of possession and judgment against defendant in the amount of $4,395. Tenant agrees to remain on premises and pay the total amount of $43.95 by no later than 5 p.m. on October 21st, 2025. Tenant shall make the payment to the landlord via certified funds. Failure by tenant to make the reference payment shall require tenant to vacate premises by no later than 11:59 p.m. on October 21st, 2025. Landlord shall be entitled to a writ of possession on October 22nd, 2025. Further, landlord shall be entitled to judgment in the amount of $43.95 less than the amounts paid. Are these the terms that the parties have agreed to?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm going to put my signature on the agreement. You guys will get a copy of it in your email, and you are both free to go, or all three of you rather are free to go.
Thank you so much.
Wait. I have a question.
Sure.
Judge gone? Oh, the judge still here. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I had a question. Is there...
And you froze. All right, are you back now?
Yes, you can hear me?
Yep. So what's going on?
I was trying to see, is there any way you got a connection where I can get a part-time job there? At the court?
I wouldn't know. You might want to call the clerk's office after the clearing.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
The judge delivers the verdict. Ms. McClendon must pay $2,484 and vacate by October 14th. Her pleas for fairness echo in the room, but the law leaves no room for sympathy.
I see that you guys have reached an agreement that states the landlord has tenant's $2,000 deposit in his possession. The landlord will retain $1,100 of the deposit to cover tenant's past due balance. Landlord will return the remaining $900 via Zelle to tenant upon receiving possession of the residence. The Zelle account that the money will be sent to is listed. Tenant will vacate on or before the 14th of October 14th, 2025 at 11:59 p.m. And if she fails to do so, then landlord will be entitled to a writ of possession. All right. Are these the terms that the parties have agreed to?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm going to
Yes,
put my
Your Honor.
signature on the agreement. Appreciate it. And you guys will get a copy in your email, and you're both free to go.
Have a blessed day.
You as well.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Yes, Your Honor. This is going to be a pay and stay consent.
Mhm.
The terms are that Ms. Wilson will pay $3,860 on or before October 30th by 5 p.m. and certified funds to the plaintiff's leasing office. Upon failure to make that payment, the plaintiff may submit an affidavit to this court for a writ of possession and monetary judgment for that amount as well.
Okay. All right. Ms. Wilson, you've entered a consent pay and stay agreement. The terms are as follows. There'll be a judgment of $3,860, which if you pay on or before October 31st or 30th, counsel, I'm sorry.
I put the 30th, but the 31st, yes, that's, yeah, Your Honor, that's correct. That's the last day of the month.
Yes, sir. By 5 p.m. in certified funds to the leasing office, you may remain in the subject property. If you fail to do so, you'll have an immediate writ of possession that'll issue against you, as well as a money judgment of that $3,860. Are these the terms that you've agreed to?
Yes.
All right. Well, I will get a proposed order from counsel, which I'll review and sign and get them emailed over to you. You're free to go.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right. What are the terms, counsel?
She agreed to pay $6,671 on or before October 24th in certified funds to the landlord. She doesn't make the payment, a writ of possession would issue on affidavit, a judgment with interest and court costs in that amount.
Just remind me of that amount real quick again, or tell me the amount.
$6,671.
All right. All right. All right. Well, then, Ms. McClendon, you've entered a consent pay and stay where you'll be required to pay $6,671 on or before October 24th, 2025 in certified funds. If you do so, you may be able to remain the subject property and continue to pay rent. Your failure to do so will result in a money judgment of that amount of the $66.71 and an immediate writ of possession. Are these the terms that you've agreed to?
Yes, Judge.
All right. Well, then I will get again a proposed order reviewed and signed and emailed over to you, but you are free to go now.
Thank you.
All right.
May I be dismissed, Your Honor?
You may be free to go. Thank you for your time. Attorney Dukes.
We're doing a consent pay and stay here too. Sir Mosby is going to pay $6,909.47 on or before October 17th.
All right, Mr. Mosby, you've entered a
Certified
consent.
funds.
Yep. No worries. You've entered a consent pay and stay agreement where you'll be required to pay $6,909.47 in certified funds on or before October 17th, 2025. If you make that payment, you may be. If you make that payment, you may remain in the property and continue to pay rent. Your failure to make that payment will result in immediate writ of possession, as well as a money judgment of that $69.0947. Are these the terms that you've agreed to?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Okay. Well, then I'll get a proposed order from counsel, and you are free to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
No worries.
I'd like to do glasses too, sir.
Hey, man, you got to boss up sometimes. No worries.
And Judge, can my witness, Ms. Lopez, be excused?
Your witness may be excused.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
I'm excused as well, sir.
You are excused.
All right, thank you. Thank you for the justice. Have a good day, sir.
Yes, sir. You too.
Ms. Perkins has agreed. We're doing a consent pay and stay. They're gonna pay $48.50 even in certified funds on or before October the 30th, for a writ of possession and judgment for that amount.
Okay, so Ms. Perkins, can you unmute? All right. And you've consented to pay $4,850 in certified funds on or before October 30th, 2025. If you do so, you may remain in the property and continue to pay rent. If failure to do so will result in immediate writ of possession and a money judgment for that $48.50. Are these the terms that you've agreed to?
Yes, Your Honor.
And I will get a proposed order reviewed, signed, and emailed over to you. All right? And you're free to go this afternoon.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right. What are the terms for Miss Green?
Terms for Miss Green, Judge, are excuse me, Miss Green is going to vacate the property. She on or before October the 28th, and she has agreed to a monetary judgment in the amount of $2,282.
$2,082?
$2,282.
Oh,
Is that what you said, Judge? I must misheard.
No, but I got it now. I got it now. All right. All right. So, Miss Green, you've entered a consent agreement where there'll be a writ of possession on October 28th, 2025 at 11:59 p.m., as well as a money judgment of $2,282 against you. Are these the terms that you've agreed to?
Yes.
All right. Well, then I'll get a proposed order reviewed, signed, and emailed to you. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We've agreed that if Mr. Lennon or any other occupant makes the following payment of $7,034.50 on or before October the 15th, then we will agree to allow him to stay in the property.
Okay. All right. You said, and if he doesn't make that payment, how much will it be?
Payment, then he's going to owe. We get a writ of possession, and he owes $7,500.13.
Okay, so he's got to pay the $75.13 by 10/15. If not, he's got a judgment for the same.
No, Judge. He's permitted. My client is permitting him to pay $7,034.50 by the 15th. But if he doesn't pay that, then we would get a money judgment for the full balance of the $7,500.13.
13 cents. Okay. All right. So, Mr. Lennon, can you unmute for me?
Yeah.
You've entered a consent pay and stay agreement where if $7,034.54 is paid on or before October 15th, 2025, you may remain in the subject property. However, if you fail to pay that amount, then there'll be an immediate writ of possession at that time, as well as a money judgment of $7,513 against you. Are these the terms that you've agreed to?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, then I will get a proposed order reviewed and signed and sent over to you as well. And you are free to go.
All right. Thank you. Have a good day.
You as well. All right. Mr. Chigo is free to go as well. Attorney Green, do you have any others other than that?
No, Judge. May I be excused?
Hold on. Let me get that default.
Thank you, Judge.
Oh, yeah, the default.
Yes,
I already
sir.
gave you the figures, right?
Yeah, but let me take a gander. Can I do? All right. What did you include? This insurance fee or miscellaneous?
Yeah, it's a $75 insurance fee.
Well, insurance fee is $12.95. And then it's $75 in late fees and $39.
I'm sorry, that was the late fees. The 75 was the late fees. I didn't include the insurance fee. So the prorated plus the late fee is $2,550.
I got $234.49.50. But if you include the late fee, hold on, wait. The late fee is 10% or only $75. So I have $24.50. Let me see.
Are you going to do that order, or do we do that order?
Since it's not the number you gave, I'll do it. It's the $24.50 plus court costs. I don't. Only reason because I don't see how you got to that number. But don't worry about it.
No, and that's fine. That's why I asked who's going to do the order. So
don't worry. I got it. I'll draft it. I've got it in my hand.
Yeah, for $60 difference, I'll let you do it.
people can't afford $60. We're in a blessed position to do it. So I'll get it drafted.
I understand.
And,
I'm just teasing, Judge. I didn't mean anything by it.
I know, man. It's just crazy, honestly. But anyway, I'm gonna get it. I think that's everything. You're free to go.
Thank you. Y'all have a good one.
You too.
Ms. Palmer is entering into a pay and stay. She has a current balance of. So Ms. Palmer is going to pay $11,393.94. That does include her November rent, and it's going to be paid as follows. A payment of $3,255.41 is to be paid on October 21st. A payment of the same amount is to be paid on November 4th. And then the same amount of $3,255.41 on November 18th. And the balance of $1,627.70 on November 25th. Failure to pay as agreed would result in a money judgment for $9,759.23, which represents rent through October 21st, which is when the first portion is due, and a writ of possession.
All right. Hold on. And that was $3,255.41.
Yes. So essentially, it's every 2 weeks for the next 6 weeks, and then a final payment of half that amount, which is $1,627.70 on November 25th.
Okay, hold on.
And I don't know if I mentioned this, Your Honor, but those payments will be certified funds paid to me by 4:30 p.m.
Okay. All right. So Miss, where are you at? Oh, where's Miss Palmer? So Miss Palmer, you've reached a consent pay and stay agreement where you'll be required to pay in total $11,393.94. However, you'll be able to pay that amount in the following payments: $3,255.41 on or before October 21st, 25, $3,255.41 on or before November 4th, 25, $3,255.41 on or before November 18th, 2025, and then $1,626.70 on or before November 25th, 2025, in certified funds to the leasing office. If you make all those payments, you remain the property and continue to pay rent. Your failure to do so will result in immediate writ of possession and a money judgment of $9,759.23, less any amount paid. Are these the terms that you've agreed to?
Yes.
All right, well, I'll get a proposed order from council and I'll sign it and send it over to you.
I get an email of this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, you're free to go.
Ms. Dahlhaus is going to do a pay and stay where she's agreed to pay $5,185.13 by October 24th at 4:30 p.m. in certified funds to management. Failure to do so will result in a money judgment for $5,185.13 and a writ of possession.
All right. Well, Miss Dahlhaus, rather, you are going to enter a consent pay and stay where there'll be a money judgment and required amount of $51,85.13, $5,185.13 due on or before October 24th, 2025, 4:30 p.m. in certified funds. If you're to make that payment, you may remain the subject property and continue to pay rent. If you don't, then you'll have an immediate writ of possession and a money judgment for that $51,85.13. Are these the terms that you've agreed to?
Yes.
All right, well, I'll get that consent order reviewed and signed and emailed over to you. You're free to go.
Thank you.
The courtroom rolls through more cases, landlords, tenants, consent deals, and final warnings. Each story carries a lesson about money, mistakes, and accountability. And as the gavel falls one last time, It's clear that truth isn't always simple inside these walls. That's it for today's Courtroom Breakdown. Make sure to like the video, subscribe for more real courtroom stories, and we'll see you in the next one.